Welcome to the Body Science Podcast. As always, the information contained in this podcast is for the information purposes only and is not designed to diagnose or be prescriptive to treat, prevent, or manage any injury, disease, or other health-related condition.
Cray, mate, nice to finally have a chat. I've spoken with all your peeps and you've got a big team around you. Nice work.
Thank you. Well, the same goes for you. I think when I posted my first Body Science post, I went through my all my messages, and a couple of the guys that work under yourself, they all came over. They were like, "Good work, dude. Keep it up." All that kind of stuff. I was like, "Hey," it was really flattering. Yeah, mate, you've got something really good on your hands.
Mate, we love it. I appreciate that. We love it too. Like it's and you know what? We're 23 years old as a brand. We've been in sport for a long time. But it's really cool to get into gaming, because I'll be honest, I know fuck all about it. Like I'm seriously, I love it. I know it's massive. I spent a fair bit of time with a few esports teams a few years ago working out what they could do to become professional as far as, physios, team outfits, all that type. It was pretty fun at the time, but because we were so heavily in sport, they wanted to look at what we did with sport and see how we could mimic that. But it was probably early days for us, and we probably missed the boat, to be really honest, from a brand perspective. But it's really nice to lose my virginity with you. Like, you're the first person that we signed. We're excited about that.
My pleasure.
Yeah, and
my pleasure. Well, the thing about gaming is I don't think there is missing the boat too much.
Yep.
Gaming is always moving forward. There's always a new trend in gaming, something that is being offered. I think that's the beautiful thing about it. I think it's why it's one of those entertainment industries that just continues to go forward, and it'll never stop. There's always something you can do that's interesting, and I hope there's always somebody that is willing to get involved, like myself or, like Baz or others. There's always somebody who's ready and rearing to go.
Yeah. Mate, can I ask you a couple of quick questions, which are probably more at my team, my market that I play in a lot more than yours? And I hope I don't bore your crew here, and feel free to get the fat ball bloke off the Twitch and let's get back to some gaming. But mate, how does someone like you start, exist and become what you are? Because when you look at professional sport, you play sport at school, you make a few rep teams, you get noticed by some people, and you get a contract to go and play sport. So that's and then you look at like an ambassador, fitness ambassador. Normally they've got a competitive streak to them. They've done something really well. They're a coach or something along those lines that gives them a reason to be that person. I'm sitting here going, I am so impressed with what you've created, and your numbers are through the roof. Your people, like the loyalty you have around you, and I've watched what you do, and I think this is fucking awesome. How come I didn't do this? How did I miss it? Like, how did you do it?
Honestly, it just starts with passion. I know that sounds a bit corny, maybe even a little bit,
it all
cringy,
starts with passion. No, I agree with you on that.
It always does. And so back in the day, I was going to uni and really didn't enjoy it too much. And I had a choice, do I want to go down this route, or do I want to play video games online? And I was watching other people do it. And I thought to myself, well, I have something to offer, right? Where I've got something to give. And I think it also starts with that. Like, what can I do differently, or how do I get involved? So really, I just started streaming, and people would come in and I'd start talking to them, and you just start building a community from the first person, number one, that one viewer that comes in. Every single viewer is as important as the last one you had, right? Like, so if you got 10,000 viewers, 1,800, 600, every single viewer matters to a certain degree. And I think that the way you get into it is by understanding that. I know that sounds a bit weird, but it's like, say you're running a business, every single customer does matter. That customer service does matter. That's the only way I can create like an analogy for it. Is in the beginning days, everyone that came into my stream, I would try to interact with them in some way. I would try to talk to them, get them involved. And then it went from 1 viewer, 5 viewers, 10, 20, 30, 50, up and up and up and up and up and up. Yeah.
And mate, I love hearing these stories of young entrepreneurs, and you are a true entrepreneur in the modern age. And what I'm really interested for all the kids out there that are listening through your platform, but also listen through, like, we've got a heavy fitness platform. Obviously, Body Science is into sports supplements and training gear and all that type of stuff. What drives you to get up every day and create content that changes people's lives?
Well, number one, I think how can I word this? I don't really wake up and think like, today I'm going to make content that changes somebody's life.
Yep.
I get like really lovely comments of people saying like, you can make their day as a streamer or YouTuber, or if you make a funny TikTok, they wake up and they like consuming your content. But the way I see it is, I wake up, I have me morning coffee like everybody else probably, you know, a whole bunch of caffeine lovers out there. I have me shower and then I get on stream or I start making YouTube videos. I think of a funny idea. I think of something that somebody might want to watch. Even on the days when I'm lazy, like I've had a couple of lazy days for the last, you know, month. It's like I'll still get on stream and I'll still talk and interact and play a video game. And yeah, I think it's much more simple than what a lot of people first think it is.
Yep.
I think you just have to have that passion and that want to get up every morning. And at the end of the day, all I do is play video games in front of an audience. I think if you break it down to its most simple format, you'll be better off. You know, don't think of yourself as, you know, this or that. Just think, you know, I'm just a guy who gets on, plays video games, and the people that come, they'll come and they'll enjoy my content. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And look, here's one of those questions that's going to get the haters hating on me. When you're playing a game, do you have a strategy going in for that game leading in? Like you have a game plan when you play sport and whatever you do. Do you have a strategy to get in there and just do what you do? Like is it just come naturally to you? It's flow within the game. You're at one with it, or is it something where you go, no, today my strategy is this and I'm going to do this? Like
it really depends on what kind of content you're building and what you want to do. Yeah. If say this Sunday I'm doing couch stream where I'm having some friends over and we all play Mario Party. That's something that takes a little bit more work in the way of it's not fully scripted, but you know, you need people to get here a little bit earlier, set up cameras, set up direction and things like that.
Yep.
And have it all the cogs kind of like working. That's when it's not exactly, you know, just turning on the camera. And that's for a lot of different kinds of content. But when it really comes to just playing games, I think the best thing you can do as a streamer or gamer is get into the flow state, which is where you're just being kind of like natural, playing games with your friends. You acknowledge that you are entertaining others, but at the same time, you're just having fun. You know, you're just in this weird thing. It's hard to explain, but sometimes I look down at the clock and I started at 7 and now it's 2 a.m. and the time has flown and you look over and you've got, on those days, your views will be much higher. Like on those days, you will jump from 1,000 average viewers to 2,000 to even 3,000. Back when I would play Minecraft, I think a lot of people knew I was in this flow state where I was just dishing it out constantly. And if you're not in that state, I think you won't get as much interaction or viewers and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no. And mate, do the gaming companies talk to you guys about what's next, what to do, future innovation in that space? Like, do they care what the people think, or have they just got a whole lot of kids sitting in a fucking room developing stuff that's just off tap?
No, they care, and they care big time. Okay. They care a lot. These big gaming companies that sponsor me to play video games, some of my humor can be kind of crude, you know, like, you know, I'm a 28-year-old guy, you know, I'll crack a joke about this and that, anything really. Sometimes when I'm doing a sponsored stream, I do have to reel that back in just a tad, so brands definitely do care. It's not just a bunch of, you know, kids. These guys are business owners. Yep. They're gaming developers who want their game perceived in a certain way. And sometimes, quite honestly, I have to sit back and say, look, I can't play your game because it doesn't actually align with anything I'm doing at the moment or my personality. And I think the audience would be really surprised at just how often I and other streamers, YouTubers say no in the gaming space. It's a lot of no's and very few yeses. Yeah, very few yeses.
Mate, that's
a lot of no's.
That's awesome. And how big is the Aussie contingent in this space compared to your Europes and your Americas?
We are massive, actually. Yeah, Australia is, especially when the Fortnite bubble popped and it became very, very popular. Aussies were the first ones to get skins in Fortnite. So these are virtual avatars that people can purchase within the game of Fortnite.
Yep.
And so what Fortnite did was they made these avatars after famous Australian streamers and YouTubers. You've got Lockie, Loserfruit, Laserbeam. We were some of the first to get those kinds of skins in the game. Laserbeam is a massive influencer, the biggest in Australia, and most of his career was made off of Fortnite. And we really are up the top, especially when we do group influence things. Yep. I was part of a group called Click, and when we did this gaming group, we really did shoot up. And I think another big gaming group in Australia will rise to the top very, very quickly, just because of people love the Australian attitude. I think the no shit's given kind of attitude.
No bullshit, go fun. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that comes through in gaming, you know, when I'm just playing a video game with friends, where we're just chilling out, some banter, some laughs. That's where it matters. Yeah. And yeah, for sure. We're very influential in the gaming area.
Mate, I love hearing that. I love hearing Australian success stories. Mate, can you give us a bit of background? This is probably going to bore the shit out of your people, and I'm so sorry for that. But can you give us a bit of background on Twitch? Like, for someone who's not in gaming, they go, like, I just went downstairs and I was talking to the guys, and obviously everyone under 30 went, wow, you're doing what? And they said, are you doing it live? You know, you must be fucking nervous. But then the other side of it was everyone over 30 went, what's Twitch? So, mate, can you give us a little bit of background on what that is? And
yeah.
Of
course. So twitch.tv is a live streaming platform where people come on, and it basically started with a platform called Justin.tv, where people would come on and they'd play video games to a live audience.
Yep.
So instead of watching a YouTube video that's pre-recorded and uploaded, now it's a live service for people to interact with. And basically Justin TV was sold, and then it became Twitch.tv, and now Amazon runs Twitch.tv. And under that banner, it's expanded. So now you've got people traveling the world with a little webcam on their shoulder doing in real life streams live.
Wow.
And they can go to restaurants, bars, they can go to, you know, here, there, and they're live streaming their experience. Now you've got everything you could ever imagine is on Twitch now. It's really expanded. So that's the basic overview of what Twitch is. Twitch more specifically is tight-knit communities that evolve and get bigger and bigger and bigger and expand into different areas as well. So a lot of these Twitch streamers have brands relating to maybe game development or, gaming companies, management companies, and Twitch is just the groundwork really for those things. Like, I know me personally, I have a lot of big dreams to expand and go even further. And Twitch is the groundwork for that. Yeah, so there's a lot to it, more specifically.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you as someone who's a content creator, you've obviously got Twitch as the foundation for the streaming. What have you got around you to build your brand and market your brand? Like, how do you as a gamer do that?
TikTok.
Yeah. Sweet.
TikTok is number one. If you post on TikTok, your views will go up. And if you post good TikToks, everything will go up.
Yeah.
TikTok is the number one thing at the moment. Honestly, I should probably quit streaming for a month and upload to TikTok every single day. And, you know, you'd probably be way more popular and famous than you are now. But I just love Twitch, so I can't leave it alone.
Yeah.
But then there's YouTube. So constantly uploading. And when I mean constant, I mean giving out a piece of content at least once a day is very important. It's very important. At least even a tweet, it may sound mundane or, you know, even boring, but a made funny tweet going out matters marketing wise for streamers and gamers. It is something that keeps you in the loop, or even being on other people's streams. So at the moment, I'm going through my little lazy phase, believe it or not. I've been doing this for 5 years. So yeah, I'm kind of, you know, chilling more, kind of streaming whenever I want at this time. I don't really have a set time, but man, like, there's a lot of things you can do that will boost you, and when you do it correctly, it's a smart move to be in other platforms. And then of course I've got my management team.
Yep.
They help me with sponsors or getting involved in brands like yourself that I'm interested in. Yeah, so you do. And then you've got your friends, you know, and your friends are your number one, I think. When everything's said and done, the friendships that you make through streaming, I have a tight-knit group of friends that are always there for me. They always support me. They'll tell me what to do if I'm not doing it. They'll grill me a bit, you know, like, where's the video? Upload it, you know, get on this. Your thumbnails need to be more clickbaity. You need to do this. Like,
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You people that are at the top of your game here, are you mentoring young kids, like the next generation through, or is it every fucking man for himself? How's it work?
It's every man for himself.
Yeah,
I
fair
will
enough.
not lie. I will not come on here and say that I've ever mentored someone or legitimately tried to inspire someone. It's not like that in the gaming sphere.
Yeah, okay.
You more inspire the friends you make, but I think for the young people out there, it is a little bit of every man for himself, especially at the bottom when I first started. And I don't mean mean the bottom in any negative connotation.
Yep.
Look, if you've got 5 viewers, that's
You've got 5 viewers, mate. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's 5 viewers watching you play video games. And I think those are the people that last. I remember when I first got my first 100 viewers, I called my mum straight after the stream and I was so ecstatic. I was like, Mum, I had 100 people watch me today for the first time. Oh my God, you know, yada, 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 yada. And, but when it begins, I had no friends in this industry. I can't lie. The only friend I did have was basically the manager of Twitch. Shout out to Lewis. And he said, you know, Craig, if you reach this amount of viewers, I'll give you partnership on Twitch. I said, I'm going for it.
Yeah, nice.
And then you meet your real friends. Like I met my friends randomly one day while streaming. I joined a video game. They were in there. We started chatting. It was very natural. No, sometimes I don't like the word, you know, collaboration.
Yep.
I don't collaborate with people. I build real relationships. You know, it's my friends are my friends, you know, like even if I quit streaming tomorrow, I know that my friend Loserfruit, Baz, Marcus, all of them, they'd still want to hang out with me, which I think is really important.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey team, it's Greg from Body Science here. The Hydroxyburn Shred is back on shelf. It's our new therapeutic, has all the taste. And if you're looking for a better thermogenic, we've really pushed for the pursuit of a better thermogenic. Full disclosure on the labelling. What do we mean? Caffeine levels have changed. We all know the rules have changed. The ingredients have changed. The claims have changed. We have a clean label with premium quality ingredients for you. So what does that mean for you? You can look at things like metabolism, energy, sugar metabolism, fat metabolism, cognitive function, thyroid, and just general health and well-being. And it's all on the label. If you're taking a fat burner now and it doesn't say it on the label, have a look at it and go, why? Get on board.
Like obviously, and I'm going to jump back to sport again because that's what we play in sport and fitness. And there's a timeline on sport and fitness. What do you think in gaming? Do you just keep renewing and grow with your market, or do you think there's definitely a use by date in gaming?
There is a use by date if you stop. The thing about streaming and YouTube is once you have it, you might lose a bit of viewers or you might have your downtime and stuff like that. But I mean, there's personalities like Daquan and Hamlins. They disappeared for over a year and then they come back, they reinvent themselves and then they return to the gaming sphere of Twitch and things like that. You know, there's always something you can do. You're never, ever down and out.
Yeah.
I think once you think you're down and out, then you're down and out. You're gone. But the thing is if you keep grinding, if you keep working hard and you've already got a base, you can't really lose unless you let yourself lose, if that makes sense. And reinvention can be like specifically playing certain games at certain times, changing your time zone, you know, working on better content. Better content could be more bigger event and things like that. So I think it might be kind of similar to sports in some way where, you know, you have to think about players or you have to think about, you know, I don't know, the field, I don't know, you know, getting a new stadium, you know, like putting money into something. Yeah. You can, in gaming, you can put money into a gaming house, a brand you like, you know, into new equipment, things like that. That's where that reinvention comes from in gaming. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. So, mate, let's talk about you and your fitness. The way that we discovered you was I was shown I jumped on Twitch to watch you have a train one day and it was during COVID. So you're at home with little 6 kilo dumbbells it looked like, and I was pissing myself laughing that, and you were as funny as shit too. It was so funny that, and there was like 10,000 people watching you train. So when you go and do things like training and talk about that type of stuff, do you sometimes think, shit, am I in my lane here, or fuck it, I'm just going to do whatever I want? This is fun. Like, how's that work for you, that training side? When I listen to what you do and your time and your being on and all that, obviously as a young man, mental health is a massive thing for us kids in Australia, like people in Australia, we need to talk about that. And training's one of the best things you can do in that area, like the training and the fitness side. Do you see yourself in that training side just to look better when you go out in a singlet, or is it part of your routine to keep that purpose and that drive and that mental health side good?
I think honestly, it's a bit of everything. To be honest, I don't really think about how I'm perceived that much because I wouldn't consider myself in any way a fitness influencer. I'm just a guy who likes going to the gym, you know, I just like working out. And I think in a lot of ways, I like talking about mental health on stream. If you are live, so sometimes you'll get somebody coming in and saying, you know, like, I want to do this, or I'm not feeling good today, or this and that. And sometimes I can't bite my tongue that some streamers don't like talking about mental health on stream, but sometimes I feel like I almost have to. And I do want to. I want to try to help as much as I can. 10. And when it comes to doing fitness on stream, I think a lot of people might have an idea of the general gamer as being someone who never touches grass or never sees the sun, or, they just, I love Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a massive misconception. Like, everyone's got an Xbox, PlayStation, PC in their house for the most part. Everyone's gaming. Gaming is like the biggest entertainment industry out there. It's ridiculously massive. And when it comes to doing a stream, to do with fitness, it's just, let me show people what interests me away from just gaming. Let me show people that it is this easy, I don't, how can I put this? I don't give out advice or anything that I know nothing about. When it comes to fitness, I just try to tell people, hey, this is what I do, man, and it works for me. And I play video games. I try to stretch as much as I can because I sit in a chair for 10 hours a day, sometimes more. Yep. It's like, get up and do a couple squats, man. Like, just do whatever you can, whatever.
Keep the blood moving.
Exactly. Get the blood moving. Exactly right.
Yeah. So, mate, I noticed in some of the notes that the crew sent me that you were recovering from an injury like in a while ago. What actually, did you do something stupid off a roof into a pool or something, or what happened?
What happened was I was playing a video game and I yelled and screamed and laughed all at once, believe it or not. It's a very technical thing to do. And I leaned forward. And as I leaned forward, like shooting my arms up, and I actually wasn't streaming at the time. I was helping someone else with their stream. I just felt immediately like a pain or a surge in my upper back on the left-hand side. And I've actually done it before in the gym a long time ago. So I've got like this reoccurring injury where my left rhomboid, I've torn it or teared it in the past. And now maybe it's got some scar tissue there. Whenever I go to my GP or this kind of stuff, they say, go do some physio. But pain kind of eases up over some time. It's only ever happened really twice or 3 times in my life over the years. But I just rest up. I try to keep my blood moving. I'll jump in the pool, do a bit of a swim, get out, do my stretches. I do, the big 3 stretches where you're on the floor and you do the big 3. And so, man, gaming is a physical activity. Don't doubt it. It gets physical over here. Yeah.
I love. Hey, let's talk about, you talked about gaming the other day, a minute ago, for like 5 or 6 hours a day. Where do you start to feel the pain? Like shoulders, arms, fingers? Like, do you have to train for that? That's a dumb question, but do you actually train for that? Because that's a long time.
Yes, legitimately, especially pro gamers do train. Back in the day, South Korea had a massive StarCraft esports scene. They still do to a certain degree, but back in the day in 2010 to 2015, StarCraft was massive in the esports scene. When you joined one of their esport teams, you had to go to the gym and you have to do wrist warm-up. There's heat pads to keep your wrist nice and loose. Yep. There's also a lot of people with repetitive strain injuries from their wrist. That'd be a
big issue, wouldn't it?
Yeah, RSI is a big thing. Carpal tunnel seems to progress a lot faster in people who play video games because you are sitting, and if you sit in bad positions, back pain, massive thing that happens in gaming. So for the most part, I think fitness, working out, is becoming more and more popular amongst people who play games, because I'm 28 now, and I tell you, you do start to feel it. Like, you can't sit on your butt 10 hours a day and expect absolutely no consequence to that. If you're not stretching, if you're not looking after yourself, you will feel it. And you may not feel it when you're 20. You may be able to go from, I've been playing games my whole life. I didn't have back pain until I was 25-ish, and progressively got a little bit worse. I had to start getting into looking after myself. And I tell you what, when you do start doing fitness, all the pain, it does help. It does help a lot.
Yeah. And I guess people don't understand too, mate. If you're in pain and not playing the game properly, you're not given the results that they want to see and come and watch it. So it is a big job, isn't it? Mate, look, I won't bore your crew for much longer. Like, I really appreciate them listening to someone who's not a gamer chatting with you on a gaming platform. So
it's great. It's great.
Mate, I've got to ask before I move on, what's a nodder?
What's a what?
A nodders. What's nodders? I'm seeing it.
What's nodders?
I'm seeing it come up over and over again. I'm just going, what the fuck is that?
Nodders is
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
No. Nodders is it's like a word that stands for I agree. Nodders.
Okay.
So in Twitch, there's, you know how skateboarders, surfers say like, you know, gnarly or
Yeah, exactly.
shuck his
Got you,
bra,
yeah.
and there's a whole lingo to this, like pog or pog you means, or poggers
Yep.
means awesome, great, like, oh my God, can't believe that happened. Monka S, Monka W means that looks scary, I'm scared. Like there's a whole lingo to this world. There's a whole different language. I can communicate with somebody almost in a completely different language, you know. If I say pogo right now,
Yeah.
they know that's not the same as pog. It's not the same as pogu. It's not the same as poggers. It's not monka. It's pogo, which means you're being kind of weird. So if I say pogo, it means kind of strange, dude. You know, you're being a bit weird. So yeah, that's
And here
what
they
that
come.
is. Yeah, and here they are. Here they are. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Mate, thanks for coming on board. We love having you on at Body Science. I'm really looking forward to developing ranges around what you need to, you know, to grow to be the best you can and stuff like that.
Thank
I
you.
know you've working with a few of our products now and, you know, it's starting days and I'm really looking forward to making some change in the world for us at Body Science so that we can become more online with what you're talking about and what you're doing. I think we do really well in sport, as everybody knows who knows Body Science. We've been around for 23 years and stuff, but it's I'm really excited about this podcast. It's the start of something exciting for me and giving me a new drive to come to work and create some cool shit. And I want to do it with you.
That's amazing, dude. Yeah, I think when you recognize it's early days, it's only up. Honestly, you know, what I would say to you and anyone in business is think back to where you were 23 years ago, you know, and how far you have come and what you have achieved. And now look for other avenues or people that are like-minded and they want to achieve something. And I think gaming, I mean, I'm all for promoting fitness. You know what I mean? I'm all for mental health, fitness. And I think, yeah, like you said earlier, the gym with the right supplementation, the right brands behind you, I mean, it is going to make you feel better. I try to tell my chat that all the time. Like it's a great, even hobby. You don't even have to just try to get out there as much as you can. Like I think in its simplest form, just getting into the gym as someone who plays video games is your first step. You know, I know it can be hard for some people, but I think with Body Science, there's always something to do. You know, there's always a good mental health approach, a good fitness approach that you can start to hammer down to people who watch Twitch, who watch YouTube, who want to get involved and want to try. It's about getting the people who want to try in.
I love that, mate. And like in any of your crew too, mate, that are interested and want a little bit of help or want to know where to go or who to talk to, we're here too. It's not just we do a lot more than just sell products. So, hey, thanks for coming on board. I would love to do this again soon. I'm probably going to learn a few words. I was watching the nodders going, what the fuck, are they falling asleep? What does that mean? What's going on right now? And yeah,
nodders is good.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Hey, for any of the Body Science crew out there that want to look at what's going on, check out TikTok at Creator. That's Crayator. Instagram, same thing. He's massive. Don't need me to tell you where to find him, but from the fitness industry that's really interested in gaming and wants to have a look at what's going on and see what the other side of the world is to what we think it is, because it's nothing like you think it is when you look at the data. That was what blew me away when I was checking out everything on what you do. But man, thanks for coming on, Craig. It's been awesome. Yeah, I'm just really stoked that you're the first person to come on with the Body Science team in this space, and I just want to see it grow and, you know, you head where we go in that direction. It'll be awesome. You and Baz.
My absolute pleasure. And it feels good to be a part of the team. Quite honestly, I've been looking for something like this to get involved in, and you guys are the right ones.
Yeah, you talk to us, mate, and we will work with you to create what you need to create.
Yes, sir. Sounds amazing. Sounds great.
Done. Well, thanks to your crew for listening to, mate. I appreciate that. It's they probably don't get a lot of fat, bald, old 52-year-old guys chatting to you much on the stream, so something new for me anyway, and I loved it. I'm out.
No, mate. That's my main viewer base.
I love it.
All right, mate. Well, thank you very much for having me. Yeah.
Okay, thanks heaps. Catch up soon.
Thank you so much. Bye.